Chapter 47 of BAKI RAHEN has officially released, and KAORU Hanayama is putting his capability on full display this chapter. But before I start today's video, if you would like to interact with me, my community, show off your art, drop some memes, talk in general, or maybe even self-promote, then you can join the Discord that can be found in the description box below. But anyway, in the last chapter of BAKI RAHEN, Hanayama was going crazy, with Hanayama grabbing Jack by the left cheek before then ripping it off entirely, leaving Jack Hanma screaming in pain and with almost no damage done to Hanayama. Chapter 47 of BAKI RAHEN, titled Gripping and Biting, with today's manga cover being Hanayama looking straight forward, accompanied by the saying, "Carved into his body is the way that he fights and the pride that he holds." And we are now brought to the author's apparent hero and the father of modern karate, the late Masutatsu Uyama. It has been said that this man was capable of the following. Atop his index and middle finger, he would place a 10 yen coin. He would then take his thumb and he could twist the coin with only his thumb. And what is more is, you get it right, what it means if I could do that. Mazutatsu's hand was then shown being placed onto someone's ear, similarly to how his hand was placed onto the coin that he had bended. And Mazutatsu was then shown ripping this person's ear off. Or even this, with him now being shown ripping someone's nose and even mustache off. I can rip off any bit that I want, with Masutatsu seeming extremely proud of this. Any bit. And we are now back into the present, with Jack Hanma being on his back after Hanayama had landed a left hook onto him. How about it? Are you done, Jack? With Hanayama standing over him, Jack had gave a blank stare as he was breathing heavily on the floor. And it seems that he was trying to catch Hanayama off guard, as Hanayama had then asked, "Can you go on?" Before Hanayama would then smile and rotate his leg around the front part of Hanayama's lower body and moved his other leg around the back of Hanayama, and Jack's head is facing Hanayama's leg with his hands also being wrapped around his right leg. The crowd seemed shocked yet again, while Hanayama's associate Kizaki seemed concerned by this move. Jack had his hands latched onto Hanayama's leg, with Jack having a blank stare before he would then open his mouth, surprising Hanayama and biting down onto Hanayama's leg, seemingly as hard as he possibly could as well, which is indicated by the veins bulging out of Jack's forehead. He bit him again. He bit his leg. Jack is in the fetal position around Hanayama's right leg, with blood now seeping through Hanayama's pant leg. He is bleeding. Hanayama had then reached down onto Jack's left leg and lashed his hand onto Jack's shin. Oh boy, with a drop of sweat now going down Kizaki's cheek, and Hanayama had squeezed down onto Jack's leg, leaving Jack shocked instantly. Jack screamed out in pain with his eyes going in different directions. Hanayama pulled off the cloth of Jack's pant leg as well as his skin, leaving Jack jumping back, unlatching from Hanayama's leg, and to some extent panicking. Hanayama had discarded the piece of skin and cloth by tossing it aside. While Jack was on the floor holding onto his leg, the crowd was horrified, but Kizaki remained unfazed, with complete and utter confidence for his boss. What came to Kizaki's mind was this same grip being used to tear people apart, with the karate master shown earlier, Masutatsu's torn coin now being shown next to Jack's torn skin. He would tear off a piece and toss it aside. Hanayama then said, "Guess that is that," which was probably due to Jack rolling around, shaking, and screaming in pain while holding onto his wound. Powerful, simple, and pure. Jack Hanma is biting down seemingly as hard as he can on Hanayama, and yet Hanayama is escaping Jack's bite with a mere flesh wound. But why? I believe that Hanayama's bones are simply preventing Jack from biting too far. And though Jack can bite through Hanayama's muscles, Hanayama's bones are extremely durable, which is further shown with the final panel of this chapter, as the area where Jack had bitten on Hanayama's arm seems far deeper than the one on Hanayama's right leg. This is due to that part of the arm containing more muscle and vertebrae in front of the bone, with the bone being farther back, meaning Jack had more room to bite in that area, while the shin has the bone in front of the majority of arteries, muscles, and vertebrae. And Jack's pain tolerance seems to have decreased rapidly. It seems that Hanayama's grip strength is Jack's kryptonite, as every time that Jack attempts to place himself into a different position to bite Hanayama, Hanayama always has the ability to grab onto Jack. This almost completely eliminates Jack's ability to effectively grapple, with the best viable option being an armbar. But even then, Jack would have to restrain Hanayama's other hand or arm while locking in a secure and effective armbar. which would be almost impossible, while on the other hand, it seems that Hanayama has more options during this fight than I ever could have imagined prior to this engagement. Thus far, Hanayama seems to be almost untouchable. He has been moving better than ever in my opinion, and though Hanayama usually never dodges attacks as he likes to take attacks head on, Hanayama is actually actively counterattacking, and Hanayama is throwing these counterattacks so fast, Jack could simply not land his strike before Hanayama's, which was a huge surprise and a wake-up call for me personally. And I believe that Hanayama has just never cared to be fast. I believe that Hanayama had learned from Pickle's spar with Jack because Hanayama was in attendance during that fight, and Hanayama had witnessed what Jack could do if Hanayama just stood there and allowed himself to be hit. He realized that Jack is willing to do anything to win a fight, no matter what. Even if he had to spam the same move over 8 times during a fight, and 4 of those were in one chapter, which is still just insane to me. And though Hanayama is not frequently throwing punches, when Hanayama does throw and land a punch, it does damage, with a perfect example of quality over quantity. And though Jack is down right now and is honestly getting treated like a fraud, he's still not down for the count, as he is just in pain, which is also very odd to me, as Jack has endured immensely painful attacks prior and just walked away with almost no reaction, with him just pushing through the pain and continuing to attack. And hating being pinched must run in the Hanma family at this point. And to be honest, no significant damage has really been done during this fight, but I think it's really going to start picking up in the next couple chapters. And it has been confirmed that this fight will not end early or be stopped, it will have a conclusion. So get ready, it's gonna be a good one. And as expected, BAKI RAHEN will be on break next week, with chapter 48 being scheduled to release on July 10th for those who live in Asia, and July 9th for those who live in America or Asia. But that is going to be all for today's chapter. Let me know in the comment section below. Did you enjoy? And if you enjoyed today's video and would like to support me, then you can leave a like and subscribe. It is completely free on your end and helps me out way more than you may think. And once again, if you would like to interact with me, my community, show off your art, drop some memes, talk in general, or maybe even self-promote, then you can join the Discord that can be found in the description box below. But that will be all for today's video. And also, thank you guys for 6,000 subscribers. I've been getting a lot of new subscribers and this is just crazy to me. It was only like 2 videos ago where I was thanking you guys for 5,000 subs and we already hit 6k. That's just insane. And I'm going to try to be more consistent when uploading normal videos, but when I'm not, I am uploading shorts daily for you guys to watch. So if you get bored and want to see some BAKI content but I haven't uploaded a normal video, then you can go check those out in the meantime. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!